Welcome to the Scream Queens Horror Movie Road Trip Podcast. Oh, you hear that girl screaming over there? That's our final girl, Justine.
Hey there, Soul Survivor.
Oh,
Mr. Josh.
That's me. Well, we have a great show for you to get you in the Halloween spirit today.
It is so close to being Halloween.
Our favorite time of the year. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
You said it.
Yeah, well, anyways, we're heading to Chickasha, Oklahoma. Which really isn't that far from where we live, but we're making the most of it.
Yeah, we actually kind of drove out of the way so that we could do a proper road trip podcast.
Well, we're heading to Redding Farm, home of the largest corn maze in Oklahoma.
It's pretty damn big, y'all.
And the fun thing is, we wanted to do a Pumpkinhead episode, and this just correlated perfectly because the theme of the corn maze this year is Charlie Brown's The Great Pumpkin.
Yay!
For the 50th anniversary.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
So here we are. We're going to talk about the Great Pumpkinhead. The Great Pumpkin.
We're going to talk about Pumpkinhead.
We're going to walk through the corn maze. We're going to eat some carnival type food. We're going to see a pumpkin patch.
We're going to make a very autumn trip out of it.
It's going to be really fun.
Super
I'm looking forward to it.
We're
going to be lots of wholesome fun.
We're going to have super duper fun. Yay. But I'm also really excited to talk about
Pumpkinhead. All right, let's dive right in, shall we?
That was my jumping and splashing sound.
Oh, she did I
tried to.
A perfect 10 dive just now.
Olympic style.
She's on her way, folks. She's on her way.
On my way.
All right, so Pumpkinhead, Stan Winston, the great late Stan Winston, his directorial debut was a horror movie called Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead!
And it's pretty fun. It's a fun movie.
It's a lot of fun.
I can see why it would be a movie that a makeup artist and world-renowned special effects guy would want to do. Creature feature, lots of special effects.
Pumpkinhead looks awesome.
Yeah, he looks really cool. You can kind of tell it's by the same guy who, worked on Aliens. They kind of move the same.
Yeah.
Have similar features. Oh, we's on bumpy back roads, y'all. Bump.
And it even stars a
horror veteran, Lance Henriksen. And they try to make him look all studly. They oil him up in this movie.
He's got this shirtless scene where
they're like, oh, let's get the panties dropping on Pumpkinhead.
Get the panties dropping on Pumpkinhead.
So set the scene, Miss Justine.
Yeah, let me just set this
that
out.
Rhymed.
Set the scene, Justine. I gotcha. So we have an opening. It's it pops up. 1957 is the year, and it's just a family in their farmhouse, and the dad's kind of getting prepared for something. You don't really know yet what's going on, but he's got his rifle and he's protecting his family.
You get the sense that some shit is about to go down. Everyone looks scared. Everybody looks very tense. They're waiting, they're expecting something.
Yeah, something bad, ominous is going to happen.
And then it cuts to outside the house, and you see some guy running and screaming and getting caught by something, and he's like,
it's coming to get me!
And there's a big storm, flashes of blue lights. It's very pretty. It's shot very pretty.
Yeah, and he's the guy that's outside. He approaches their door, and he's banging. He's like, please let me in! Let me in! I need, it's coming for me!
And Dad's like, get away from my door. I got my gun. I gotta protect my family.
Ruining my family. No way.
I'm sorry about you.
Yeah, sorry about your luck.
Sorry, but get away.
And it really doesn't take long. I feel like there's just a couple minutes into the movie, and we get to know exactly who.
We get to see that Pumpkinhead.
We see you, Pumpkinhead. Or as I'd like to call him, PH.
Well, we see the little boy that's inside the house. He goes, he goes down the hall and goes to a bedroom and looks out the back window, and he sees that man getting attacked by Pumpkinhead. So you get to see a full-on Pumpkinhead.
Full body-length Pumpkinhead.
And he's just holding this guy, kind of shaking him by the neck or whatever.
It's pretty scary. If I was like 5 years old, I'd be freaked the fuck out.
Yeah.
I would be like...
That's double F, freak the fuck. She'd be double F.
I'd be double F-ing. It would be so scary.
Then cut to what? The present, which
present
is like the
day.
80s.
Yeah.
80s.
Present day.
Oh, this movie's very 80s.
Present day.
In all the
we
good,
get to
best
see
ways.
Lance Henriksen shirtless.
This is the infamous shirtless.
Is it a hot or not scene?
He's definitely a butterface or butt his face.
Yes, he is.
The body might be on point, but then it pans up and you're like, oh.
Yes, all of a sudden you're like,
Mr. Skeleton face over here.
Oh, okay, it's that guy. All right. Yeah, he's like washing himself up from, I don't know, some hard morning work or whatever.
Yeah, he owns like a little general store in like the Timbuktu somewhere. It looks
like the backwoods country.
It's obviously shot in California, but it's like they're trying to pass it off as Appalachia or something.
Yeah,
there's these hillbillies we see later. But it's obviously California.
Yeah,
so we'll say backwoods California.
They try hard.
They try hard.
It's all country Appalachian folk is what it's supposed to be, though.
But in California.
Just keep pointing it out. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's this awkward like hand washing scene between that I feel like we just gotta get out the door.
It's Lance Henriksen and Jonathan Lipnicki from Jerry Maguire.
It's this kid.
There's a kid that looks identical
to him. There's a lot of doppelgangers going on in this movie, but there's like, and he's got like the Coke bottle lenses for glasses. He's
typical nerdy
cute,
little kid.
Sweet, endearing little boy.
It's like, Daddy, here's a necklace I made for you.
I fashioned it just for you, Daddy.
Fashioned it.
Yeah, they have this cute little relationship, and they have their little dog Gypsy. It's just the three of them, so it's like obviously Mom's dead.
Yes. No mama drama here, y'all.
So yeah, but like there's a scene where they're eating breakfast and like the son gives the dad, his name's Ed Harley in the movie.
Ed Hardy.
That's what we wanted to call him. Ed Hardy.
Mr. Hardy? Mr. Hardy?
Makes his dad this like necklace. He's like, I'm gonna wear it forever around my neck, son.
This is my necklace from my boy.
It cuts to there's
a weird like softcore porn hand washing scene for your father and son.
Softcore porn. That is.
It's really creepy.
Say it all together.
It's really creepy.
It is really creepy. It's borderline
it's supposed to be tender. It's supposed to be a tender moment. This scene.
Tender.
But anyways, the tender moment's interrupted by this like gaggle of what,
teens. Well, 20-somethings, I guess.
20-somethings.
Like 6 of them like show up at the grocery store to like I guess get some sustenance for the day. They're gonna go ride their dirt bikes.
One of the girls is taking pictures, like, she's in the outback or something.
She's supposed to be the final girl. That's Tracy.
Hey, Tracy.
Tracy, the photographer. She's real serious.
Never trust a Tracy. That's all I'm saying.
Never trust a Tracy. Yeah, well, okay, yeah. So there's like all these friends. It's almost like kind of not worth like remembering all their names.
Yeah. There's
there's the final girl, Tracy.
Yeah, there's the stereotypical like bad guy.
Yeah.
Like that everyone's like, man, this guy's a real asshole. Why do we hang out with him?
He makes terrible choices.
But he can come.
But I guess since he rides a pretty mean dirt bike, he can join.
Yeah.
And then there's that bad guy, his name's like Joel or whatever, but he's Joel the jerk. He's got like his little brother there, but they're all teens and like 20-something, so nobody's like too little. And all of them have their girlfriends, and Tracy's one of the girlfriends of one of the bike riders. But anyways, long story short, I guess they have a big circle of friends.
So they're there shopping in like this truck full of like hillbillies, hillbilly children.
Mr. Wallace and all of his children
he needs his feed.
Yeah. And he's
but it's not there.
Hey, boy, have you brought me my feed? And Ed Harley's like, oh, no, damn it, I forgot it.
I forgot your feed,
I'm going to have to bring it up later. But when he's in there, like, talking to Ed Harley, the like little boys having interactions with all the hillbilly kids, and one of our favorite parts happens
where you get to see a young Blossom, Maya Bialik saying Pumpkinhead,
yes.
Jimmy Joe, Jimmy
like,
Joe. There's a lot of like hillbilly names being thrown about.
Yeah.
Jimmy Joe,
you give that back, Jimmy Joe.
And then there's like they're taunting and torturing Jimmy Joe with Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead's gonna get you, Pumpkinhead.
And then like there's like the big brother Bunt, who becomes actually like a pretty he's throughout the movie kind of character, and he's the one that tells them like the story of Pumpkinhead.
Yeah.
Like he's the guy that you get whenever you don't want to live anymore.
He's the revenge demon.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, keep away from Pumpkinhead unless you're tired of living.
Mm-hmm.
It's all just so
lots of awesome
funny.
one-liners.
And yes, it's so just cute and awesome. I just love it.
I'm not sure they were going for cute.
Well, no, but you know what? There's a lot of, fun things that are going on in there.
Oh,
and you get to see Blossom.
Yes.
That's like just cherry on top.
Wearing like a feed sack for clothes.
Yeah, they are. They're all just wearing like burlap clothes, basically. But anyways, the motorbike people decide to go do their motorbike.
We're like, hey, there's some good hills around this store, brah. Let's ride our motorcycle bikes around.
Fuck where we were gonna go. Let's just fucking do it here, brah.
And Daddy Lance Hendrickson's like, hey, I gotta go take this feed up to the house.
So stay here, like,
to the
5-year-old
house.
son by yourself.
Yeah, 5-year-old, stay here by yourself. Terrible parenting.
There's like a lot of, there are bad choices that happen in this movie. A lot of bad choices.
Lots of bad choices.
Yeah, so that, so he goes up to his house to get the feed, and then they're all motorbiking. And
motorboating.
Motorboating what?
They're all motorboating.
They're all motorboating their girlfriends. But the little boy's playing with the dog. It's always a dog. It's always like a dog that gets a little boy in trouble.
Yeah, the little boy's like, oh, my dog! It's going right for the motorbike.
So let me go for it,
So let me run towards it. So they're coming over the hills. One barely misses him. Oh, but is the second one gonna barely miss him? No, it lands right on him.
Nope. So, okay, guys, I guess
Kid killers.
You figured it out. Another kid-killing movie. We are not doing this even on purpose, like, at all. This just keeps happening. But, I don't know, maybe we really do need to get ourselves checked out.
No. Don't
we're okay.
say that. Don't say that.
Yeah, so, like, Joel the jerk is the one that crashes into him and kills him. And then he's all like, what? No, I'm on probation. Like, I can't deal with this.
Out of here.
I can't deal with this shit. I gotta go.
He just runs. The other kid,
he leaves.
The rest of them are like, well, we gotta go get help. One stays behind with the boy.
Well, they don't. Yeah, they're not going to get help. They leave because that one girlfriend is freaking out.
Oh, okay.
She's like having some breakdown or whatever.
Well, when they get there, what's her name? Tracy.
Yeah,
like, we need to call.
Yeah, she shows up later and she tries to use the phone, but yeah. So, anyways, the kid dies, and someone waits there for the dad to show up, and Daddy
Lance shows up and is pissed off.
He's like, what the fuck? My son's dead. And anyways, the one of the guys is like, I'm sorry, like, it was an accident, we didn't mean to.
He mean mugs the fuck out of him.
He's got some rest in the bitch face for him.
He turns around and gives him the look of all looks.
I know, he's like, I'm gonna get my revenge. And so he leaves with revenge on his mind. And he starts thinking about when he was a boy and what he saw.
That Pumpkinhead.
And he takes that feed.
He's like, I'm going up to the hillbilly's house again.
Yeah, he takes that feed and he's like, I'm gonna find out where the hell that, where the Pumpkinhead came from. And while he heads up to Mr. Wallace's hillbilly home,
Joel is holding the rest of them hostage in their cabin they've rented.
Oh my gosh, that is the strangest setup
He's
too.
Like, cuts the phone cord. He's like, no one's leaving.
He's going completely he's like raging, crazy. And they are all just like, no, stop it, no, don't do that.
Let's go.
Stop. And
they don't even put up a fight. Really, they're just like, fine.
Yeah, like one guy tries to punch him one time, and everybody ends up in a closet or having a freak out session. It's weird.
Yeah.
And he's, just terrible. And he, it's all about him.
There's
like,
some good people.
I can't deal with, like, this right now. I'm on probation, and sorry about this dead kid.
The girlfriend's like, guys, he just hit somebody a few weeks ago. He's on probation.
Oh, I know. Like, who is this awful girlfriend who is not at all, like, no, you've got to do what's right. You've got to, like, go to the police. No.
She's like, babe, I understand.
Yeah, she's like, I'm there
baby.
For you. Baby. Yeah, so there's all this, like, that's what's going on there. They're getting held hostage.
Yeah.
And
meanwhile,
yeah.
Lance Henriksen, Daddy Lance, is asking that hillbilly dad, tell me where the witch lives. Tell me where she lives. I know she can do things. Tell me. He's like, no, boy. You don't want to know.
I'm not going to tell you nothing. I don't know nothing. I'm not going to tell you nothing.
You don't want to know. She's deaf. Well, so he's like, fine, whatever. He starts leaving, but then that little hillbilly boy, Bunt. He's like, Mr. Harley? Mr. Harley?
Mr. Harley, I know exactly what you're going to know.
I can take you there, Mr. Harley. So he takes him there.
Yeah, he finally gets to the witch's place. Yeah. And this is when some awesome special effects makeup starts going on.
Cinematography's really cool. It's like all orange and fire hot. And
it's very cool set design.
Yeah, her cabin where she lives in the middle of the woods is really awesome.
They did I'm like a proud mother. I'm like, he did a really good job setting all that up.
Yeah, setting up the atmosphere. It's awesome.
Yeah, and then the witch kind of pays off. She's pretty fucking weird looking.
Yeah, she's a witch.
She makes me uncomfortable in all the right ways.
That's for damn sure.
And they call her the Witch Haggis.
Yes, the Witch Haggis.
The Witch Haggis.
So she's like made up of like leftover lamb parts or something.
Scottish lamb parts, I guess so, yeah. But she tells Ed like where to go to dig up Pumpkinhead's body.
She kind of, she mentions like the demon of revenge type thing. And so he does.
Yeah, he's like, okay, let me go get him. And he brings him back. And then she does some crazy magic.
Her voodoo hoodoo.
And Pumpkinhead starts, like, becoming alive. It's a really cool scene, too. Yeah. Like, where because it's almost like a little baby version of Pumpkinhead that he gets. And then, like...
The special effects are really cool because, it's the 80s. So it's all in camera, meaning it was all done, on the set. Not, like, done in post with computers. Yeah. And I'm sure some of it was, whatever could have been done at that point for that budget could have been done, some things in post, but most of that was done practically.
By their own GD hands.
Practical fucking special effects, okay?
Which are cool too,
yeah,
and which we should not get rid of.
Sometimes they look more organic.
Yes. Oh, yes.
More organic.
They're more organic. I love it. I love that. Okay, yeah. So, anyways, Pumpkinhead's alive, and now he's going to go find all of those teens, those 20-somethings.
Those plain teens.
Make them motherfucking pay.
Yeah, he's not happy. He's not happy for Lance Henriksen. He's like, I'll get revenge for you, baby.
He's like, I'm like, yo, boo, I'm your bae.
I'm your wingman,
you
boo.
You need me, I'm there.
I'm going to get these teens for you. They killed your boy.
And then the next,
you like to wash your hands together. I'm going to get them for you.
They ruined your happiness. So the next, 30 minutes, Josh, is really...
Oh, it's...
like...
bomb.
Awesome.
Ass diggity.
There are some awesome, death scenes. There are bodies being thrown on trees and just pummeled.
Oh, yeah. There's... One of my favorites is when one of the girls she goes outside, just gets ripped up into the sky.
Oh my, over the house.
She
gets
pulled over the house. Cool. And then, is she the one that ultimately just gets dropped from the sky?
No, that's a another girl. Yeah, there's another one that, he crawls up into the tree and then just drops her 100 feet from,
There's a lot of cool stuff. There's a part where Lance Henriksen gets a big pitchfork in his shoulder and he has to pull it out himself. And that's, just nasty. It's easier watching it go in than him, pulling it out.
Yeah, slowly pulling it out. That was gross. There's, it's so, quick and fast.
Yeah, we couldn't even sit here and break it down.
And, if I tried to break it down, it would almost, it would lose how, Yeah.
It would lose how bombastic.
Yeah, because it's all over the place, and yet you
just
can
like,
follow it great when you're watching it, but
it's pretty much like once Pumpkinhead is born,
he goes on a mother
again.
effing rampage.
Once Pumpkinhead is born again, the rampage begins.
You're like a rhyming fool today.
You can call me a rapper if you want.
A rapper. Okay, what would your rap name be?
Big Slim Josh.
Big Slim Josh.
Big Slim Joshy.
Okay.
MC. Diggity D. No.
Okay, all
Justine,
right.
you're making me sound really white right now.
I'm sorry. Okay, we'll get back on track and get you back on track.
Rampage after Rampage is going on.
Yeah.
Jeff East and Tracy.
Oh, yeah, we haven't even brought up that the boyfriend of Tracy is like...
the young Superman.
The young Superman.
And I went to school with his son.
That is so weird.
So that's kind of funny. I know Jeff East.
You have like a less than 7 degrees separation
it's like a
from...
2 degree or 1 degree, whatever. It's a degree or 2.
Maybe, whatever.
You know, there's degrees.
You could get lost in degrees if you wanted to. Yeah. Like 98 degrees.
That's pretty hot.
That's pretty hot. Okay, yeah, so there's a lot of death going on.
Death?
There's a lot of death.
Like people are losing their hearing?
There's a lot of death.
Death. Okay, I understand.
Going on. And there's a lot of cool opportunities to see Pumpkinhead just be himself because he's magical.
Yeah, things are catching on fire. Pumpkinheads are killing people.
Yeah.
Shit
all
is
through
going
this,
down.
Lance Erickson's character, Ed Harley, he starts to realize that, like, not only is Pumpkinhead, like, doing his, like, things on his behest or whatever, but he really is becoming a part of Pumpkinhead.
Yeah, he even kind of looks like him at times.
Yeah, he starts to manifest inside Pumpkinhead, and then he realizes, like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to kill these people. I'm not this person.
Make the death stop.
And whenever he gets, like, there's this scene where he gets, like, bitten by a dog or a wolf or something, and Pumpkinhead and him are, like, in the same area, so he sees Pumpkinhead react to his arm being bitten, and he's like, oh my gosh, we're one.
Yeah.
So
he realizes, like, well, maybe I gotta out myself to out Mr.
And he doesn't have anything, left. His wife's dead, his son's dead, he's killed people, maybe, not by his own hands, but...
He's like, I'm cool if I just go.
Yeah, so he ends up trying to take himself out, but... Anyways, Pumpkinhead comes back one last,
So he shoots himself, but then Pumpkinhead's like, you ain't dead yet, so I'm still alive. Yeah, so he tries.
But then that's when we have our final girl, Tracy.
Tracy's like, hey, I'm gonna step up and try to be the final girl of this show.
So here, let me shoot a little guns, because there's always guns, like,
there is a fun, like, Western element to this movie, because overall the movie has a real sense of, like, an old fairy tale, like a medieval morality play, but also has, like, a weird, like, Western vibe.
Yeah,
I think because it's set out in the West, there's a lot of gunplay.
Yes.
It's really fun how
it's like they show up at the cabin, and they have guns there, too.
It's really fun how they mix and play with the genres and stuff. So, yay.
Okay, so we've got our showdown. It's happened.
And
Pumpkinhead is dead.
Pumpkinhead's dead. Oh, so we think.
Little do we know.
It ain't over yet.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
Because the old lady witch Haggis hasn't stopped.
It ain't over yet.
And she gathers Pumpkinhead.
It ain't over yet.
She gathers Pumpkinhead and places him back.
In the grave.
In the grave that Ed Harley had dug him up in.
Mr. Harley!
For someone else to come and for the sequel, basically.
For Pumpkinhead 2.
Yeah, like, that's really what it all came down to.
And the, rosebud moment is that he's the necklace that little boy had given him at breakfast.
Yes, when she buries
you see the necklace.
Pumpkinhead, you see it.
I guess it's not really a rosebud moment. There's no twist. It's just like, oh, there's the baby boy's necklace.
It's come full circle.
Yeah.
So everybody's dead in this movie except for, Tracy, and that's it, right? Because no, Bunt lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways,
there's a lot of death It's a horror movie.
Yeah.
You know, that happens.
Everybody's getting
Most
ended.
people are dead at the
But
end.
it's fun. It's a fun movie.
It's almost like a perfect Halloween type movie. You know, Pumpkinheads, it's set in fall, and it's just a traditional, like, demon, ghost, you know, paranormal, revenge, slasher. You know, it's a really fun movie. It has a really
all them
really
in a
great,
bag of chips.
really great Halloween vibe. That's why we wanted to bring this episode to y'all.
Yeah, and it's about pumpkins, and we're going to the Great Pumpkin Patch.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a really cool corn maze. We went a few years ago, and the theme was like Star Wars or something that year.
Yeah.
It was like Star Wars Farmers or something. But this year, it's the 50th anniversary of
It's fun.
Charlie Brown's The Great Pumpkin. So that's their whole theme. It's this really cool, like, collage of corn of a Charlie Brown Great Pumpkin scene that's cut out.
And the mazes are always really intricate.
Yeah, we got pretty lost last time. They have a haunted maze, but we just did the Hex House. We've been scared shitless enough. So we're like, let's just go get lost in a corn maze. That might be scary
This
enough.
will be our fun little child, like, you know, go back to our childhood kind of celebration
it's gonna be fun.
of
I'm really
Halloween.
looking forward to it.
I know, and we are fast approaching it. So
Yes, we're getting really close.
Should we? Okay, so we're gonna come back after we're all done. Let you guys know how it went.
We're gonna go have a spot of fun. Okay, there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than a shitty British accent. Sorry, I did that to you.
Okay, well,
Sorry.
you're forgiven. Yeah, we're gonna come back and tell you. Really, we'll get down and nitty gritty. What do we like about it, and then our knives ratings, and then we'll let you know what's to come. So,
Yay, we'll be
thanks
back.
so much for listening.
I love
and
rating them knives.
We're gonna be back so soon.
We'll see you in a second. To y'all, it'll just be like 2 seconds. We'll
All
be
right,
right back.
peace out.
Love yous. Welcome back to the Scream Queens Horror Movie Road Trip Podcast. Well, darn it, we just had some wholesome fun.
It was so much fun.
Well, like you know, we traveled down to Chickasha, Oklahoma to go to the Redding Farm, and we just got back and we had so much fun.
I enjoyed the hell out of myself.
Some of the highlights included getting lost in a corn maze, apple cider and popcorn by the bonfire,
Yummy apple cider.
seeing some little farm animals.
It was adorable. These, like, what were they,
Geese.
geese? Yeah,
Oh.
were squawking at Josh.
Everyone
like,
knows geese are bitches, and these were bitches.
They were being
but they were cute
bitches
little.
to
They were
Josh.
cute little geese bitches.
Oh,
though.
yeah. There were 2 little ladies just, you know, upset because they were having to be like in a pen area.
They were just. They wanted me to let them out,
Yeah.
and they knew I wasn't going to do
Yeah,
it.
and Josh wasn't gonna. No, we're definitely not gonna do that. Okay, but the corn maze part was
Oh, it was really fun.
so fun, and
It's
it was really neat.
An extremely elaborate corn maze.
Yes.
You'll see a picture on our video of the map, and the map is the maze, and it's very intricate. We did a part that we think we ended up where you see the 50-year anniversary part of the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown's Great Pumpkin. I think that's where we wandered through for a good amount of time and made our way back. But before you enter, you have to give them your phone number, your name, where you're from.
Check in.
Yeah, and you get a number in case you get lost, because it's huge. It's a huge maze.
I mean, I did when we were wandering around wonder, like, so if I call, how are they going to find me?
Yeah, because I'd be like, I'm in the corn.
I'm in the corn
Well, what
maze.
do you see? Corn.
Yeah, like, there isn't really much to go off of. There's one area where you can kind of see the big silo that they have.
Yeah, and you can see, like, flags, but none of the flags have numbers or anything, so you can say, like, oh, I'm near number 85, or anything like that. So I don't know how the number's really going to help.
I think they all have superpowers, and they can see through the corn, and so they just...
I think it's just a false sense of security. Like,
yeah, like, if you get lost, we'll find you.
we'll find you in a few hours.
You'll
or in a
have
few
peed your
days.
pants and cried your eyes out.
But we'll get you. But it was a lot of fun. We took some funny photos.
Oh my gosh.
We're always down for a funny photo shoot.
A goofy, but like one where it's serious hilariously funny.
Yeah, but then we always get embarrassed. We're like, oh, people are looking. Oh, there's too many people now. Or hurry, people are coming.
But it's like...
Because we know we look ridiculous.
We called it the #basic photo shoot.
It was pretty white girl basic.
It was a lot of... I keep saying it was a lot of fun, because it was, guys. Seriously, we had so much fun.
If you look up fun in the dictionary, it's going to have a picture of this trip, y'all.
And then if you look up jealous, you're going to see your picture next to it, because you're so fucking jealous that you didn't go on it.
Jelly bitches. No, but the corn maze was really fun. The whole time I was thinking about Pumpkinhead.
I know.
And then after the corn maze, we went and bought ourselves some hot apple cider and some popcorn that I'm sure was fresh from the corn there.
Yeah, there was even an area where they were like taking corn and letting people shoot it out of like an air tank thing.
Yes, they were doing like corn shooters.
Yes.
It was really, they were launching it and it was like just flying high into the air.
It was so funny.
Yeah, it was really cool. We watched that for a little bit. It was
family entertainment. There was like a band setting up like to play later that night, you know, like the...
Well, they were playing while we were enjoying our hot apple cider by the bonfire.
I feel like they were warming up a little bit more than they were playing.
That's true.
But we got to hear the setup and it was fun. And there were some lovebirds canoodling that we saw.
Old people love.
It was so
It was really cute.
So what else was there? Oh, well, we had our pumpkin patch, but it was empty because all the pumpkins had been taken.
Yeah, they'd already harvested all their pumpkins, so there was just a big empty pumpkin patch. So we're like, well, so much for finding Pumpkinhead out here.
I mean, of course there were pumpkins scattered around.
Yeah, they had pumpkins everywhere, you know. It is Halloween time.
Hello!
Fall/harvest time.
Duh!
But, yeah, we had a good time.
It was family fun.
So, yeah, if you guys are ever in these parts around Halloween time,
have a corn maze around you, just go to it. Yeah, they're really fun, and they're really a fun way to act goofy. When we were in the corn maze, we were coming up with little scenarios.
Oh, we were just being hilarious.
Oh, I was having a photo shoot. I was the lady of the corn.
The lady of the corn.
Yes, forever the lady of the corn.
We took pictures like we were lost.
Because we were.
Weren't we? Were we really?
We weren't. We were never lost. It was actually...
We felt like we were just roaming around because we had no point of reference. We didn't really know exactly like, oh, we need to turn here. We need to turn that way. It was just like,
we just felt like eventually we'd show up where we needed to show up.
And we would be there.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how it happened. Probably like 30 minutes later or so, we were all of a sudden just like where we were supposed to be. And we're like, oh, we're at the front. We made it.
Yeah, and we're like, do we have to check out? They're like, yes. Like, I guess so later on in the night, they're not like, okay, Josh and Justine never came back out, are they?
These people are still in there.
Well, let's go ahead and let's jump back in. Splash, splash.
Back to Stan Winston's 80s horror classic, Pumpkinhead. So, let's start with favorite scenes?
Okay, can I ask you a question, Josh?
Yes.
What the fuck's your favorite scene?
Oh my god, I didn't know you were going to ask me that. You know, honestly, I didn't know you were going to ask me that. What is my favorite scene? There's so many. That last ending is just so cool. I do love when the lady, I forget which of the girls, gets pulled up over the roof.
Maggie.
That's pretty shocking.
And it's just a cool shot of her being dragged over the house.
Just that really whole ending. But you know what? The beginning really sets up a lot of the tone. It really is creepy. It's a really perfect opening. You get a lot of like the themes already of the movie with the Pumpkinhead and the revenge. And
well, I definitely couldn't agree more. That's actually one of my favorites is the opening, because it is just like it sets you up and you're good and settled in. You know what's happening. And I don't know if we mentioned before, but like one of the cool things about like Pumpkinhead is there's this sound that happens as he's like approaching, this like rattling sound and everything. So I really like how he has his own kind of...
Yeah, it's kind of like Jason has his...
Yes.
Pumpkinhead has his sound.
He's got his own little sound. So that's really neat. I like you. The last like 30 minutes is really, I don't want to say epic because it's, you know, this is not an epic movie or anything, but it's just like, it's a lot.
It's adrenaline rush, feast for the eyes. Stan Winston, you know, coming from his special effects background and makeup, really tries to display everything he's known for in this movie.
You can really tell. I mean, and I know the man's got a couple Academy Awards under his belt, and he's well versed, so it shines through. Clap, clap.
Yeah, Pumpkinhead himself's really cool. Like, half the time, I couldn't really tell. It's like, okay, is this a robot this time? Is this a guy in a suit this time?
Yep, exactly.
He does a pretty good job of blending that together. There's times where maybe it's a little stiff here or there, but say overall, you see Pumpkinhead quite a bit, and it always looks pretty decent.
Yeah, they definitely don't hide that creature, you know, they show him.
And he's a cool, he has a cool look. It's distinct.
He has very long limbs.
Yeah, very creepy, very like slick and slimy.
His head is pumpkin-esque, you know.
Yeah, but not like too on the nose.
It's not
like
a jack-o'-lantern, just But it's really
and it's a shame. I wonder why Stan Winston didn't make many more movies. I know this wasn't a big hit. I know it was kind of a flop. There was problems with the distributing, and Dino De Laurentiis, the producer, was going through some shit at the time, and kind of just like got dumped out in a few cities, and then didn't really roll out. Yeah, it didn't really roll out over the country, but got a big following like on VHS and cable, and that's what I think when I first saw it was probably just on TV. I'm sure probably on TNT's Monster Vision with Joe Bob Briggs. That's where I saw a lot of horror movies back in my youth in the 90s.
In the day. Yep, 90s kids. Here we are. So let's talk Knives ratings, Mr. Josh.
Oh goodness. Well, you know, it's not a perfect movie. It has some melodrama, some weird, you know, scenes, some stuff I'm like, man, did it really need that? Like, even after the little boy dies, there's that scene where he takes him and kind of cleans him up, and it's like another tender moment. I get it.
It's like, how many of these tender moments? Yeah.
He's trying to show, like, the love, the bond between father and son, but something about it feels a little misplaced, like it's belonged maybe in a different movie. You know, not like in this horror movie. But then at the same time, people complain about horror movies not being well-rounded and just being like
straight to the point. Yeah,
just so I get
he's
why
in a damned if he kind of did situation. Damned if he
was
didn't.
in between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, because you definitely need to like have that conveyed that this guy. It's just him and his son. That's the family. The sign on their grocery store says Harley, and then you can tell it's added on like "and sons."
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, not that father loves his son, like big
I
deal.
guess
But
he was really trying to get like why this dad would want to like murder everybody.
Yes, why he would seek out this kind of revenge.
Kind of like that was all he had was his son, but some of it feels a little misplaced to me, anyways. Or maybe they should have toned it down a little bit because all of a sudden it goes into like almost Lifetime TV moments, you know.
Yes, yeah, especially the tender.
Yeah, they're a little awkward.
Or kind of the more the melodramatic. You know, there was like Maggie, like who even when we were watching some behind the scenes stuff, they were even kind of poking fun at how melodramatic she could be, and so
she's always crying and whining.
Yes,
she said,
and you can tell, you know, like
that was the girl that just got like dropped from the ceiling, and she's the one that runs after the little boy and sees him get killed, and is like, no!
PTSD, you know, like she's got some post-traumatic going on. She's also, there's a really cool scene when he's killing her or whatever, and he etches a cross in her forehead. And
there is a lot of religious symbolism in this movie. Like, there's even a point where Pumpkinhead picks up a cross and is like beating like this house,
this rundown house,
with it.
Yes.
Okay, but anyways, back to Knives rating.
We went like whoop.
I'm gonna go 3 stars. I was tempted maybe 2.5, but I really like it. It is what it is. I think it's a perfect little horror movie. You know, it's almost on the verge of a B movie, but it's like a perfect B movie. Like the cinematography is great, special effects, makeup is top notch.
Well, they had a lot of gifted talent in those areas, and
I'm gonna give it a 3 stars. We do knives on this show.
Knives. Let's start.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Slap sound. Put that in. I just bitch slapped him, folks.
She slapped the hell out of me.
Okay, well then I guess that I'm gonna agree 3 knives, and you know, around for the same reasons. Pumpkinhead is, it's fun.
Yeah, it
and
really is.
it's got like little lighthearted moments, and then it's got real intense going on.
Some intense kid-killing moments.
Yes. It's very, like lifetimey in the way that it's very dramatic and from one end to the other, and how you have to have like Joel. He's like the worst jerk-ass guy ever. Like, he just left that kid. He's just the worst kind of person.
Yeah.
And
well, he gets his comeuppance. Doesn't he get... He gets murdered pretty bad by Pumpkinhead. I'm trying to think what happens.
Murdered pretty bad.
I'm trying to think of what happens. I remember it's like, but...
Oh, no, it's a gun.
Oh,
he gets the gun shoved through his chest.
And then Pumpkinhead picks him up and he, like, falls down the gun.
Yeah, it's... Because he walked up, they were like, don't go over now. Yeah,
that's right.
Don't go over to him, like it's, horror rule, don't go over to the body.
He's not dead. Yeah.
Jeez. Dumb Joel.
So,
you got what's coming to you, bitch.
Yeah. So we both agree again.
Oh my gosh.
3
We're like in agreement.
That's like 3 good stabs. 6 if you combine them.
Oh wow.
Someone's dead.
It's a good horror movie.
Yeah, I recommend it.
It's a perfect like Halloween time movie as well.
Yes, watch it. Enjoy it. Watch it with some candy corn.
Mm-hmm. Make a festive holiday treat.
A jack-o'-lantern glowing in the background. But yeah, I really enjoy it. We have another good show coming up for you guys in a few weeks after Halloween. We're going to do some, I think, Poltergeist is our next show coming up. But we're going to take a week or 2 off, just enjoy Halloween.
We'll get back to you in November.
Yeah, we're going to get back to you guys in November with Poltergeist.
We've got some exciting stuff coming up.
Yes. We have double shows in December.
Yeah, we won't be in Oklahoma for them.
We're going to be traveling.
We'll be out again.
Yep, traveling out of Oklahoma is next exciting. Last time was Austin for episode 5. So by the time we do episode 9 and 10, we'll both be out of state shows.
Oh, we're going to get out of Oklahoma.
We'll be doing... We'll give you a couple of hints. One show will be from New Orleans, and another show will be from Florida. So I'm really looking forward to that show.
Yeah.
But we hope everyone has the most happiest Halloween. It is the best time of the year.
It is the most wonderful time.
We can all let our freak flags fly, baby.
Yeah, for sure. Watch a scary movie every night.
Yes, I've been trying. We've been doing the 31 days of Halloween.
Yes, even if I'm just watching like Halloween Wars.
Yes, as long as it's Halloween theme, I'm counting it. I think I've missed 1 or 2 nights so far, and we're on today's October 22nd.
And Halloween isn't just horror. It's just all about going back to being a kid.
Yeah, it's
going trick-or-treating. Okay.
All right. Enjoy Halloween. Enjoy the rest of your month. We'll see you in a few weeks with Poltergeist. Thanks for listening. We are your Scream Queens.